What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. Hope you are having a great one today, as always. And if you can't tell from this beautiful picture here, we are taking a look at Baron Zemo, aka the Aristocrat from Toys Era. And then this is actually the first Toys Era figure that I've gotten, so I'm pretty excited to see one and check it out myself. It does come with a brown shipper, which I guess I can show you real quick. It's super generic. Ta-da, that's all that's on it. I figured I'd save some time and just kind of get that out of the way, so here we are. The box, for the most part, is pretty plain and simple. I do love the purple star with the picture of Zemo on it. I think that looks awesome. I'm going to give him a lot of props for that. But for the most part, there's really not anything too spectacular about it. But the real important thing is what is inside. Now, I got this one from Giantoy. I do believe they are sold out there, but you can get them from 1/6 Outfitters if you are interested. I will go ahead and drop a link below. Hot Toys is actually making a figure of him as well, so all things considered, you might want to wait on the Hot Toys one. The big advantage with this, since it's a third party, oops, we got some tape here, because it's a third-party figure, you're spending a whole lot less. If you've been buying Hot Toys recently, you've noticed that the prices have gone up pretty significantly in the past year or so. And my honest opinion is once they make Zemo available, he'll probably end up being, I'm going to guess, in the 300 range. Just kind of a hunch. More than likely a little less than that, but you're still going to be looking at, you know, $250 at least, I would think. And this guy is about $100 less than that, depending on where you get him. So, for me, that alone was a pretty good reason to go this route. Get that off of there, and we can take him on out. Now, one thing I was really interested in to see what they did is this head sculpt, because the pictures looked amazing, and honestly, in person, it looks pretty dang amazing. That is really good. Honestly, they did a really killer job with that. Absolutely love it. There you go. All right. So I'm done gushing over that. We'll kind of take a look at the body, then we'll pull out the accessories. You don't get a ton of stuff with him, but you don't really need it. This is the version of him from the Winter Soldier show, which, honestly, it's probably my, well, She-Hulk at this point has won over as my favorite Marvel show. Don't make fun of me, but Captain America, the Falcon Winter Soldier show, is definitely was holding that spot. Does have a nice double joint in the knee there. Well, we'll just kind of play around with him a little bit and see what type of mobility we get. Honestly, the outfit, not restrictive at all, at least for his legs, which is a good sign. The jacket I was kind of hoping would be wired, just so you could get a little more play with it. Sadly, it's not, but the fabric is really, really nice. He did a very, very good job with that, and it really doesn't hinder his arms much from what I can tell. You can really get quite a good range out of them. They don't, I stand corrected, they don't move forward very easily, so probably you get a little bit backwards. Going forward's a bit tough. That might be the joint. It was way easier on this side. Oh yeah, it was just the joint. So good news is the joints are really stiff. That's a nice plus there. But yeah, honestly, they did a really killer job with this outfit. I am not sure how they colored this. Whatever material this is in here on the inside, I honestly think it's going to flake. So if you're concerned about that sort of thing, that might be something that becomes an issue down the road. I really can't tell what that is. It's almost like they've got like paint on it almost. I'm truly baffled. It's a really cool look. It looks amazing, but just from the creasing right there, I have a hard time believing it's not going to peel and crack over time, which is okay, because I mean, in the grand scheme of things, even if that just ended up straight black, it would still look pretty dang cool. But for the most part, really no complaints. It does have a good sit and a decent ab crunch. You can't really tell too well because he just bends at the waist, but get a little wiggle there. So all things considered, definitely posable. Really no restrictions from the outfit at all. Give you a little fist bump there. We'll take a look at the hands a little bit. I'll pull out one of the extra sets just to kind of get a better look at them. Do a stand test. Oh, I didn't check out his footwear. That's unusual for me. Really nothing too special. I might get him some new fancy shoes. I feel like this man needs some cooler shoes. He's a stylish dude, and he's just kind of got some generic ones. He does seem very tall, which is kind of strange. I might be imagining that, but I feel like he's a little lankier than he should be. Might just be my imagination. He does come with a very cool little gun here. We will take a gander at. Now, in the show, I think he's got like a P10, which this is definitely not. It is really cool looking. It's interesting that they have the slide move like that. I honestly don't remember him having a golden gun in the show or movie. It's been a long while. I know he uses one in the comics, but it's also a kind of a weird made-up one. In the Civil War movie, I know he had a Smith & Wesson for a little while, but it wasn't gold. Either way, this thing's pretty dang cool. They did a good job with it. And honestly, I just really like that little movement there. I always like when they do the guns that have movable parts. It's small and really stupid in the grand scheme of things, but makes me happy. I'm just going to take a quick look. You do get a few extra hands with them, but we'll do a close-up of this one because it was right there. And honestly, they painted them really, really well. This really does look like, you know, fabric, which that's what you want. A little bit of mobility to the fingers if you ever needed to bend them for any reason, so that's kind of nice. Not bad. He does also come with his handy-dandy notebook, so if you want him to Blue's Clues at any point, you can. That's kind of fun. I don't know why they've got Winter Soldier Project, but curious if there's much you can actually read in there. Yeah, you definitely can. That's kind of fun. I always find this sort of thing interesting when they actually fill these out. That's cool. Definitely fun. Nice job, fellers. And then he should also have really only one other goodie, which is his masked head. So we'll take a quick look at that. And then he does have a base, which I'll pull out just to take a glance at as well. But there's the masked head, which also really cool sculpt. That actually looks better in person, at least to me, than what it did in the photos. So I am going to give him some props on that. I was kind of worried that this would almost be not usable from what I had initially seen in the prototype pics, but I'm definitely digging that. I almost wish the mask was a bit bulkier, just because I don't recall it being like that tight on his head, but I digress. It's been a while, and really I'm going to use that head more than anything, so, but definitely cool. And I do want to take a gander at his base. I know I'm going to knock him over and have him fall into oblivion if I don't move him out of the way, so we'll do that. And the base that he comes with is pretty simple, but from the pictures I had seen, I liked the design of it quite a bit. And in the off chance people wanted to see it, I figure why not. Of course, it is also caped in here, because why would it be easy to get success. So this is kind of fun. It doesn't actually have a plate on it, which I feel like that's a mistake, but I don't really care. I'm going to double check the box real fast, and if I find like a sticker or anything in there, I'll drop it in the comments. But I feel like they just forgot to label it, which I don't mind, because I've mentioned before I don't necessarily think you need the nameplates on them, but I would have liked having a little Toys R Us logo or something like that. So if there isn't a sticker, that's probably what I'll do, is just print up a Toys logo thing and plop it on there. But I really did like what they did there. I thought that looked really good. And that's pretty much all I got. So I'll dig through, see if there is a sticker, drop it in the comments if there is, in case you're wondering. Like I said, you can still get this guy from 1/6 Outfitters. I think he's about 170 bucks there, which again is probably $100 less than the Hot Toys one. Honestly, it's a pretty dang good figure. I'm overly happy with it. I would be upset if I spent $300 on that, which is kind of what I'm expecting the Hot Toys one to be once it drops. So if you are a Zemo fan and you want a very good affordable alternative, definitely check out Toys R Us. And that will do it for this one. Thank you all so much as always. Until next time, have a good one.